You know, I'm not even sure where this is gonna go, actually, now that I realized it. Can't remember what file this is gonna go in what folder, and what drive on my computer, so I'm gonna have to go look for something later. You know, people tell me to write. They tell me to write, and I had this thought last night, and if I didn't have something to do earlier today, I probably would have just gotten on and hopped on, but that probably would have been a lot more crazy, I guess, a lot more rambling, because I've got all these ideas, and most of them aren't great, and they come as fast as they go as fast as they come. So yeah, I but people tell me to write, and I've tried journaling, um, but you know, I've always liked making videos, and so sorry, hold on, let me. And so, you know, this might be a better way to do it. I don't know if this will go anywhere. This may just stay on my hard drive until the day I die. This may go on YouTube a couple days later. Today's the 8th of November, 2023. Um, Everything changed in March of this year. It had been a long time coming, just because of how I like to act and the things I like to avoid and ignore, especially with myself. Sorry, the street behind me, people really like to race. I was in a psych ward in March, and hasn't really gotten any better. It's gotten better since March, but pre March, I couldn't handle the very small change that was necessary. My brain couldn't wrap around it, and I mean, that's when I should have known that I was something was wrong, but I didn't. But I didn't. Well, I did, but I didn't do anything about it. Are these stains on my freaking sweatpants? These are like my favorite sweats. What the hell? How am I gonna have to... Oh, you know what? I remember that, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean those. Anyways, feels different being able to walk around. And, you know, I've always had my headphones on whenever I've done a video, so it's interesting. But for now, you know, in November, I work at a bookstore. I moved to Washington from Reno, and of course I've lost some weight in between, just because I haven't had the drive to go do anything really. But I've been reading, and I'm trying to find the other book that I've read. Here we go. That and this one. I've gotten these three done, and well, since I've started working there, which was about a month. But yeah, live in Washington. Super blue outside, actually. It's my backyard. My window. Nice big backyard. Super nice and blue for early November. Pretty rare. Oh, I'm doing laundry right now as well. Don't know how long this is gonna go on for. Maybe I'll leave, come back, and bring some stuff up, put some stuff down. It's scary. Because not, like, I can't be that unlucky, right? I can't be that unlucky. I hope not. Anyways, first book, well, the most recent one I finished, Isaac Asimov's The Foundation. First one out of 3, technically 4. Many people consider him like the father of sci-fi. And I can definitely see why. It came out in 51, I believe, as like some short stories through like newspapers or the radio. I can't remember which one. And eventually he made it into a novel and then made 2 each year after. But I just finished this one yesterday, I think. It's got like a very straightforward flow to it. I can't exactly remember the word for it, but he doesn't can't remember the word for it, but just the flow of it is very straightforward. It's like they go do this and then they do this and then they do this and anyways, the Galactic Empire. This novel was crumbling. Its power over the last 12,000 years was slowly dying, and psychohistorian Harry Seldon was able to use science to plot out the future, basically. And he was like, okay, so instead of 30,000 years of darkness, we can only bring it down to 1,000 years after the Galactic Empire collapses. And that's going to be through the Foundation, which is going to be a way of like keeping science in the world and nuclear technology and stuff like that. Obviously it's still going to be tough and there will be crises along the way, but if you people like listen to me for the very limited amount that he talks to them in the future, everything will turn out all right. It's not bad, definitely. I definitely agree with the fact that sci-fi gets a lot of its inspiration from this novel. Second one was I don't know how to say his first name. It's either Salman or Salman Rushdie. The Satanic Verses. Very controversial novel. The author got stabbed in the eye for it. And I believe it was because for one of the characters, he wrote that the Prophet Muhammad, in this case I believe it was Mahound, was able to not differentiate the difference between the Archangel Gabriel and the satanic whispering of Satan. And so that is how in the holy text there were some verses, but they were quickly rectified in the novel. But anyways, this is about Jibril Farishta and Saladin. Can't remember. Saladin something. I feel like I should remember that. But they're 2 men born in India. One is a very famous movie star. The other is a very famous voice actor in London. And they both get on a plane heading to London for different reasons, and it's hijacked by terrorists. Eventually it blows up in the sky and they fall. And one, Jibril, turns into the Archangel Jibril, and the other, Saladin, turns into a type of, satanic devil with horns and hooves. And the novel takes place in like a couple different, I don't want to say timelines, but like different scenarios, I guess, where Jabril, in one sense, he's just himself, trying to now deal with the fact that he is, sorry, tired, I don't know why, trying to deal with the fact that he is technically the Archangel Jabril now, and his way it comes about being like very schizophrenic, very paranoid, very not bipolar, just straight up DOD, different DID, different something disorder, different personality disorder, and it takes place in London and in India, and takes place in like two separate places, both of which I can't remember now, but I don't even know if they're fictional or not, where the Archangel Jabril, actual Archangel Jabril, but still Jabril himself, comes and visits the people in these other places, and and influences their actions ever so slightly until big things happen. But it is fantastic. It is, in every right, just a truly excellent modern work of fiction. I actually don't know when this was published. I can't imagine it was that long ago. 1988? Really? Wow. Well, I would still call that recent. That was within the last 40 years. So, excellent. Just simply divine, to be honest. You really see like the powers of religion that it plays in people's lives at play, and you really just see like how different people can act in a world of it's our world, and everybody's got their vices, and it's just really interesting to watch it all play out, and try to watch people be like both really terrible and attempt to be really good people. And in this work of fiction, God is, I want to say, the narrator as well. I'd like to think so. Anyways, and yeah, super good. I've got no complaints. I wish I finished it sooner. I wish I took less time doing it, reading and everything like that. I wish I took notes for this novel. I wish I did that a lot. I wish I took lots of notes on lots of stuff, especially for, a video. So that way I could more formulate my thoughts and stuff like that, but that's all right. Maybe, because I used to do that, but I almost feel like I can't be bothered sometimes just because of how lazy I am. Last one. Cold Moon Over Babylon by Michael McDowell. Nice, simple, southern gothic horror work of fiction in 1980. Okay. Follows one sec. Larkin. It follows the Larkin family. There we go. I knew it started with an L. Jerry, Margaret are brother and sister, and then their grandmother. Eventually, all three of them are, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, are murdered by the owner of the bank, and he's just a real piece of work. That man is. Definitely deserves the ending that he gets. But anyways, southern gothic horror typically involves some type of, supernatural sense, magical realist in a sense. No, I'd just say like straight up supernatural for this. Um, the Larkin family comes back from the grave, um, to torment the man that killed them, and they do it very well. Or McDowell, the author, does it very well. He there's only so many adjectives that he plays with the sounds that their bodies make, um, going about, like stalking him and stuff like that. But how many, can you how many different adjectives can you get for like something that's wet and like plopping against a surface, right? It's for 1980, it was done quite well. Little town in Florida. Everybody acts just as you'd like them to. Sheriff is a dimwit. Um, but yeah, and I like the twist that how like Grandma Larkin was like, okay, the banker killed my daughter or my granddaughter, and everybody's was like, even Jerry, her grandson, was like, Grandma, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, he didn't kill her. That's dumb. Why would he do that? And then it turns out he did, and it's just funny to be like, wow, she was right. I can't believe she was right. I can't believe that she called that, based off of like no evidence. I thought it was just an old lady rambling. But yeah, really great. Overall, the scenes in which you get into his point of view with the spirits, ghouls, are fantastic. It really, like, especially if you read it at night, it really gives you like a sense of dread that something is not only watching him, but it may even be watching you as well. But yeah, overall, great. I would happily recommend this to anybody who is really into Southern Gothic horror. I want to say this was recommended to me by a professor. I can't remember though if it was or not. Next one I'm gonna try to read. It's super short. I don't even think it's 100 pages. Nope, it's not. It's not even 70. Granted, it's bigger than, the other ones were, but still. I'm gonna try to read it next. The Turn of the Screw by Henry James came out, I want to say a long, long time ago. This was Henry James. I feel like is a. Oh wow. Ugh, why am I yawning so much? It just starts out. That's interesting. Yeah, this is like early, or like mid 1800s to late, or mid 1800s to early 1900s. Yeah, so not bad. That'll be my next one that I'll try and read. I guess I should go up and get my laundry now. Maybe play some Counter-Strike or something. I don't know. Today's my only day off for the next 2 days until, because I had split days off this week. So, but yeah, and then after that, I don't know. I'll pick out something. Oh boy. Alright, well, I will, talk to you soon. Me. Myself. I guess. I don't really know who else this would be for. Oh well. Okay. Bye-bye.